Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check another builds and tips, but before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So today's builds and tip is going to revolve around Ingrid, and for the foreseeable future we're gonna do some builds and tip for Ingrid because, well, this Christmas, those who selected the Christmas weapon for Ingrid are gonna benefit from this because I also have this one 5 out of 5. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of F2P friendly for the most part, and we are gonna use a color other than blue because we know that Ingrid works very well on blue, and I already have some builds for her on blue. But since she's such a great damage dealer, and by using this weapon, she can go with another color. So obviously we're gonna fight against Spider Queen, and we're also going to check one for Queen Kanaloa later. So let's go with the weapons. Of course, we have the Candy Saber, which is going to be 5 out of 5 plus 15. And then we have the Anti-Demon Fire Magatamas. Whatever Magatamas on the subslot, whatever weapon on the subslot. Both weapons are 5 out of 5 plus 15. Then we go green. So this is pretty simple, guys. We are facing Queen Arachne, and there are going to be a bunch of mobs around. So that's why we use Evil Flare. Evil Flare is going to be able to track all the enemies. Preferably, you place yourself on a step where you're able to one-shot the enemies, the spiders. If you don't, it's fine still, but it is preferable to take advantage of the tracking capabilities to just delete the enemies. We use Piercing Dragon to buff ourselves and gain more attack, and Crescent Slash to deal damage to Queen Arachne. Then, for supporters, we have Misaki along with Ichika and Kotone. So we use this just as a baseline because they are pretty F2P. They give you that 30% sweet spot. If you have something better, equip something better, of course. But for the most part, green doesn't have too many options when you want generic damage increase. Like, of course, we have Saika for abilities. We also have where is she? We have limited Francis for melee attacks. But as I mentioned, crit mostly focus on no, green mostly focus on crit, so that's a thing. These are the stats of the customs and the stat training for you to know. The awakenings are all maxed out, just so that you know. Then we have Lapis. Obviously, you want a healer. In case you don't have Lapis or Felicia, you can make your own healer. Normally, I would go with something like Tokiko on green because Tokiko on green is a very good supporter that gives you utility, and I would equip something like where is she? Oh yeah, obviously the other copy of Misaki. You can also equip Lamarck, yeah. You can also equip Yachio on the sub slot. Where is Yachio? Here she is, Yachio on the sub slot, and you can equip this White Knight Asagi too, so that you become bulkier. In case you don't have your own healer, you can make your own healer, but probably you do. So, what is Lapis going to do? She goes even more F2P because she has the Vajra Scepter to increase damage against demons. We have Anti-Demon Magatamas. Oops. Well, all Anti-Demon Magatamas. Whatever Magatamas on the subslot, whatever weapon on the subslot. 5 out of 5 plus 15, the sub-weapon. 5 out of 5 plus 13, the main weapon. Then, Piercing Dash, Moral Boost, and Gem Support. Yeah, the classic combo. Just so that you use it. Moral Boost increases your defense. Gem Support gives you healing. Piercing Dash gives you healing. Then, here I just have whatever supporters that proc on blue, again F2P supporters, and maybe these are a little bit more they are stronger compared to to other supporters that you may get, because Nana gives a 40% damage reduction, but surely we will get them in the future, so don't worry about not having this. Besides, there's plenty of options defensively. We even have the SR Mai, which is pretty decent. We have Heaviko, we have, where is he? We have Fuyumi, we have of course we have the F2P Sakuya. We have many options, honestly. And even if you don't, you can go offensive, and that's also fine because of the healing that Lapis has. So, anyways, stats of the customs. Stat training max out because it's Lapis. And lastly, we have Phantasma. You can change Phantasma for Astaroth in case you don't have Phantasma, because Astaroth has on green Serpent Blaze, and you can go any color and use Serpent Blaze, just so that you know. And this is going to help you with the spiders, but we're using Phantasma. So whatever weapon, 5 out of 5 plus 15. Whatever weapon, 5 out of 5 plus 15 on the sub slot. Honestly, if you have Golden Sphere, that's fine, but you don't need it. Like, any weapon is fine, even the arena weapon is fine. We use Anti-Demon, Wind Magatames, then Clinging Nightmare, Succubus Whisper, and Slash Horror. Slash Horror to be next to the enemy. But if you don't want that, you can use Phantasmal Mirror, and you can also change Succubus Whisper for Twister Dance. Depends on what you want to do. If you want to buff the party, use Succubus Whisper. If you want to make Phantasma deal more damage, use Twister Dance. For supporters, Torajiro with Mitsuki, and also another copy of Misaki. But again, you can equip whatever you have that increases your damage. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, like anything, even like a copy of Akane is fine. Then stats of the customs, stats of the stat training, and let's do a run. I mean, it's pretty simple, pretty easy, and honestly, it's pretty fast for all the limitations that I have. So I just start by buffing myself, and then I do the charge, and look at all the damage. Let's see. Oh yeah, the enemies have extra speed. That's why they are not dying as quickly. I just do this and buff myself, and oops, the enemy moved. Nice. And there we go. Nice. So we already have 30 seconds, and I already finished with this. Yeah, I love this attack so that you're players can just delete the spiders quickly, reposition themselves and such. It is pretty useful. And yeah. But if your damage is not enough to delete the spiders, you can use either Astaroth or Phantasma. Those two have a tracking attack that is going to help you out. So there we go. Nice. Yeah, and honestly, the weapon is pretty great. And of course, you can substitute this character with your corresponding character that has the Christmas weapon, whichever you selected. But, well, I have Ingrid, so I'm using Ingrid. And I also have Rudolph Crusher, but I already have shown a ton of builds using Murasaki. Yeah, Murasaki, using Rudolph Crusher because it is just that great. Usually she's gonna be supporter, but if you want me to show you a blue build for her, let me know in the comments. Honestly, the red build I wouldn't recommend because it locks you in place, and unless you break the super armor, Queen Spider might run away, so that's not something that you want to see. Well, anyways, as you can see, pretty easy to beat this boss as long as you have the weapon. Like, it is extremely simple. having anti-demonic weapons, and of course, I mean, I suggest that you use Astaroth or Phantasma because of their tracking capabilities. Even though we have other characters with anti-demon weapons like Shiranui, like I don't even remember Sue, for example. Sue might be a better option because she also has a tracking attack, by the way, and with a healer, she doesn't have problems with that. You can just use Sue with this weapon and this skill, and then you go. You can just defeat the spiders. It is pretty easy. So yeah, you have options, but characters with tracking capabilities are super important here. So that's about it for today, guys. I hope you find this useful, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.